Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how I put together my pumpkin easel card. You can buy the SVG on my Etsy site, or if you have something similar, this is how I would put it together. First, you're going to take the card base and you're going to fold it all the score lines. You can see I accidentally messed my card up, but that's okay because it's going to get covered. So then I always like to do the inside of this first with the mat and the layer. And I took and I inked my pumpkin mat there with some white, and I'm going to glue it with my Beacon 3-in-1. This is a little heavier grade glue. It's not water-based, so it will dry pretty stiff. So I go ahead and I glue most of my pieces that I stick together, my mats and my layers like this, with this glue, so it gives it a little stiffer feel, a little more professional drying, as well as it will help the card last longer and stay put together. So I go ahead and I put my pumpkin mat that I had previously inked and put it on the inside of the card. And then the layer on top of it as well. I did it in white paper, and then I also inked it with yellow and red Distress Oxide inks, just to give it a little more pumpkin feeling and a little less stand out with the bright white cardstock. I also, with the Distressed Oxides, I splattered water on it to give it a little bit more distressed look. And then I will just get these down. I smooth them down with my fingers, and then I will actually put it under my card mat there that I'm working on top of to just let it flatten, make sure that it dries completely flat and stiff while I work on the rest of my mats. So now I'm going to take my 3 pumpkin layers. I have a short skinny one, a tall skinny one, and a fat one. And I ran these through my embossing machine and I inked them, and you can see the embossed texture there. I'm going to glue them with my Beacon 3-in-1 in this order. I take the fat one first and get my glue to work here. And then I'm going to glue the fat layers on the outsides of the pumpkin. So I just lay it down and you just see the card and how it goes. Then I start with the tall skinny one, and those go on the inside, and you just see where they line up there on the mat of the pumpkin. And you do those to the next layer. And then the final one is the short skinny one, and that goes right in the middle there, glued with the Beacon 3-in-1. This gives the pumpkin a little bit of authentic dimension, and it just looks really sweet. And then with the embossing and the inking, it just has a really nice overall finish. And then you just let that dry, and then you can go ahead and put it on the layer. I cut the mat for this in glitter just to give it a little bit of a sheen, using my Beacon 3-in-1. Anytime I do glitter card stock, I use my Beacon 3-in-1 as well. It absorbs more into the pores and actually does a really good job adhering to the glitter paper. And it also gives you a little bit of playtime when you lay it down so that it doesn't stick immediately, so you can kind of slide it around and make sure that your layers are centered. So there I go. I put my pumpkin on the matte layer with a little bit of glittery sheen. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the stem on for my pumpkin. And I used foam dots to do this, so it sticks just a little bit up out of the pumpkin and does a really good job going for the dimension there, and sticks up and doesn't get caught on the other layers. So I put this on. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little sick, so my voice is a little crackly today, but you can still kind of get the point of what I'm doing here. So then after the pumpkin's all put together, I go ahead and I decorate. Once the outside is decorated, then I'll go ahead and do the inside as well, pulling it out from under my mat there, and just go ahead and decorate like so. The final step is to put the whole card together. So you take the card base and you'll just take the bottom flap there underneath the fold line on the outside of the card. Put your construction glue. You definitely want your construction glue for this part because it'll stick the best. And then you just glue the outer pumpkin onto it like so. And just gluing that bottom flap will help it be able to prop up when it needs to. And using the construction glue will help it stay on and not come apart from the rest of the card when it's propped up. Make sure you get it nice and flat, and then you just prop it up underneath the sentiment on the inside of the card. And there you have it. There is your beautiful pumpkin easel card. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.